Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did you watch the episode and did you hear what Yuri said at the end of this episode? Victory ship confirmed. It is canon. Oh my freaking god. Sup everyone, I'm your female otaku and I'm here to review episode 5 of Yuri on Ice, and I have so much to say about this episode, but let's just get our fangirling part out of the way because Victory is now canon. Yuri announced his theme being love and saying how he experienced a different kind of love, not in just love like, you know, a lover or something like that, but love due to like support, and he's talking about like his family and mainly talking about Victor, and because he loves Victor he's going to skate for Victor. It's for him. He's skating for him because he loves him. It's freaking cute. That's good to say. But anyway, with the stuff that happened from this episode, Minami. Minami is actually a fanboy of Yuri's. And that's just so cute to see. The fact that Minami, he had this one costume inspired by one of Yuri's old costumes from way back. Yuri was just like, oh no, it's from my dark past. And then Minami's just like, don't call this your dark past. I've admired you since then. Please don't make fun of me for doing this. I'm just like, yo, Minami. I was kind of pissed off at Yuri, how he treated Minami, because even Victor got pissed off too. Victor got pissed off though because Yuri wasn't motivating Minami, but I got pissed off at Yuri because he actually has a fanboy who has been a fan of his for the longest time, and Yuri was ignoring him. He was treating him like shit, and I was just like, Yuri, what's wrong with you? That's a dick move, bruh. This boy is a fan of yours. You actually have a fan from your dark ages. Come on. That really pissed me off. But you know what? Yuri made up for it, and he was just honestly trying to focus more on himself. And I can understand that. You know, he's under a lot of pressure since, you know, he hasn't been landing his jumps at all. And even with this performance, he still didn't really nail his jumps. And thank goodness this is an anime, because if this were an actual competition, all those fails that he did, especially hitting his head, oh my gosh, there's no way he would have passed, I'm telling you right now. But luckily we're in the anime world, so it's all good. The animation budget has returned, so with both Minami and Yuri's performance, it was fantastic. Of course you have obvious animation derps with the face, but we're not paying attention to the face. I don't care if their faces just look like one of these emojis that you get on your iPhone, you know? It's fine. What's more important is their movements. And actually, Minami, I want to talk about his performance. His performance is the type of skating performances I'm used to when I watch figure skating competitions. The type that have more flair to them. Of course, I do see a lot of figure skating performances that are like Yuri's, and Victor's, but what I really like to see and what entertains me the most is when I see something like Minami's. I remember one time I saw this one figure skater. This was over in the 2014 Winter Olympics over in Russia, and there was this one girl representing America, and she had like a rock style performance, and I was just like, whoa, I haven't seen that before. So with Minami, his was more jazzy. There was claps, a bit of fancy footwork going on there with a bit of a tapping, you could kind of say, and dude owned it. I was like, yes, you go kid, you go. And it just shows you what else figure skating can do for those of you who didn't know that, yes, this is a thing in figure skating. Not everything is just utter grace and stuff like you have to be a swan. Like, no, you can express yourself with figure skating, and I'm glad Minami showed that to everyone. So Victor told Yuri to seduce him with all he has, and I'm just all like, Victor, you're seducing him right now, oh my god. Now there is something I do have to bring up, because ever since it was mentioned last week, everyone's been going crazy over this theory, so I just kind of want to say my piece about it. For those of you who don't know, there is a theory going around started by the Gay Sky Academy, so shout out to the Gay Sky Academy. For those of you who don't know them, you can find them on Facebook, they're ridiculous. But they came up with this theory that Victor is dying, And ever since then, people kind of been going a little crazy that this could be true, since, you know, Victor, he's in his 20s and his hair's already gray. There was this joke made about him, you know, last week, or yeah, it was last week's episode when Yuri, you know, he tapped Victor's head and he's just all like, oh, am I thinning? So there's that as well. And of course, you also have, I think, the Edie's lyrics. You know how it's called, You Only Live Once, and you know, it's kind of, a lot of people are assuming that Victor is dying. I don't believe that. I don't think this is the type of anime to do it. If for some reason they do bring in the fact that Victor is dying or has some sort of illness, I think that might potentially ruin the anime depending how it's done. It seems very out of place to me. But that's just my thoughts on it. But anyway, back with Yuri. So, Yuri won gold, and he's going to move on to compete in the 2 competitions so that he can compete over in the Grand Prix. And he's going to compete against his friend, I'm sorry. I do not know how to pronounce his name, but I will get there. And you're going to be moving on to that. But with his actual performance, both his performances with, you know, Eros and with Yuri on ice, I enjoyed them both, but again, he still has to work on his jumps. And thank goodness this is the anime world, otherwise he would have failed. But like Victor said, I could not move away. I couldn't look anywhere else. And in fact, during his performance with Yuri on ice, I had a huge chill in my body. Like, man, there was like this whole rush. You ever get that, you know? You suddenly just get a shiver throughout your entire body. Like, that's what I got when Yuri was performing with his second performance. And I was just like, damn. Whoa. I felt that. So I believe in Yuri. Ganbatte, Yuri! Ganbatte! You can do this! And then of course we have a little Yurio moment at the end, because it's not Yuri on ice without a Yurio moment. He's a little pissed off about what's going on with Victor and Yuri. But hey, I can understand. I mean, you know, they are getting pretty cozy. Overall, just a great episode, and I was heavily entertained. Let me know your thoughts on this episode and that whole Victor dying theory as well. And catch me tomorrow as I review All Out. I'm your female otaku, sayonara.